All right. The sixth of seven steps that we focus on is the recruiting and the onboarding, right? So a lot of times as an agency owner, there's a few options that people go out there for recruiting, right? They may go off of LinkedIn, they may go off of Indeed, ZipRecruiter, they may put ads out all over the place. Then an ad will come in, it'll have a name, an email, or something. And generally, you have like some version of an onboarding admin role that will start qualifying them, getting them signed up, getting them enrolled, getting them registered, getting them to the right website links, helping them onboard through the website. If they're not licensed, then you got to go through the licensing process, and make them take the test and get licensed and all that. So there's so many steps involved in that. What we focused on doing was creating an account that it tracks where a person's at on their onboarding journey and the recruiting side of the journey. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. With our Formula 100 system, they've got a memberships section. And what it does is allows for you to have virtually a school community. I think that's the most popular thing that people know now. Alex Ramosi partnered with school and was able to like really get it extremely popular. But what we're able to do is even within this one account, it includes a membership account that does literally everything school does, and it does more than what school does. So we kind of like it a little bit. Sorry, Alex. Um, but what you're able to do is build a group and then build courses within that group so that they have a very structured way to move forward. And what that would look like is it kind of looks and feels exactly like school, where you still have your leaderboards, you've got your members, you've got posts, you've got admins, you've got your settings in here, membership questions, games and rewards. You can import links. You can do all the things that you want. You can make it public and people can find you if you want to. On this side, you have channels that have very specific structures within the channel. And if you're an agency owner and you're building a recruiting and onboarding center, then what you want to do is start a start here section where you make a very specific post on what to do and how to get started. And then you make a support section. And within these sections, you've got all of your learning built in. Okay. So what that looks like is you've got an onboarding course. For us, it's our fast track to success, and it's free. You can make it paid. You can do whatever you want. But this free course in here allows them to do everything needed to onboard correctly. And every one of these sections is its own video with its own links and its own steps to follow. And then you can make a certificate that gets paid out to the person when they complete it. You can automate it and you can tag it and you can even put it in a pipeline, right? So if they come down here and they've completed this, the moment that they hit complete, we can send them a thank you text message and email. We can drop them a voicemail, or we can even set up a calendar event or a phone call. Like literally, there's no limit to what you can do as a trigger response from this one button. Okay. So what we do is we update a pipeline that they've completed step one, and they've moved on to lesson two. So we've got a pipeline, and I'll show you in just a minute, go from lesson one to lesson two, and then we send out a thank you message, and we give them a chance if they need to call us for anything or schedule an appointment that they're welcome to. Now, what we've done on top of this is create an AI bot that can answer all of those questions for us. So the AI bot will actually answer the text message. And if they call the phone number, it's an AI voice bot that picks up the phone call and talks them through how to move to the next phase. So we've been able to eliminate our admin cost, lower our cost, and increase our production rate, all by doing these steps. So here's the coursework, and you can build any course that you want to build and have any of these questions answered. It's really easy to build a course. You can create levels. You can put a time frame on it. You can even put make it a private channel for certain people, right? So there's virtually no limit to what you can do. And what we do is we've structured all of our courses in phases, right? Our first course is getting onboarded, right? Make sure that you can just set up your profile correctly. Our second course is focused on getting you to your first $10,000 of paid, or sorry, of organic free traffic. The next courses that we have would be our silvers, that when you're making your first $30,000 a month, every month, you're going to break $250,000 a year in sales, how to focus on paid ads. And then after you focus on paid ads, how to focus on building out your holding company, your S Corp, and your lead generation. And then your final step, which we're calling Platinum Course, is focusing on the key member life insurance, the business entity, business financing, business loans, and putting all of it in a trust and scaling on the way out, right? So your exit strategy basically is the finish line. So we've created courses to go through each one of these steps, and we can show you how to build your own course for onboarding. Now, every onboarding agency has their own websites, they have their own links, they have their own everything. So I couldn't possibly make it for Family First Life, Symmetry Financial Group, PHP, WFG, State Farm. Like the variety is so big, but the key concepts are identical. And you would want to create a course for every one of these. Then you can create events. If you've got structured meetings that you're going to make everybody show up for, you just structure out a meeting and make sure that everybody attends over Zoom or Google Meet or something, right? And you can put a meeting event in there, and then everybody that's a member will get an invite for that automatically. So it's a very quick, streamlined way to do it. Well, the second part is the automations. Inside of these automations, these workflows, it allows us to keep up and track what each person is doing along the way. So if they've made it past step one, did they make it to step two? If they made it to step two, did they make it to step three? If they made it to step three, did they make it to step 4 and 5, right? So we're constantly looking and monitoring what the onboarding phase looks like. And then we can see it with a dashboard from a agency owner's point of view. We're able to go through and look for our onboarding checklist and see where our clients are at on our onboarding checklist, right? So they just started. Did they go through and complete the survey? And if this hasn't been completed in 24 hours, we will start a drip campaign nurturing them to move to step two. Again, if they haven't finished this in 24 hours, we send up a text and an email with a link to the course, how to get past step two. Step three, it has another message with another link and another course. So every one of these stages has its own text message and email and drip course all the way to the end. And you'll be able to monitor where everybody's at in the sequence and nurture them along effortlessly through AI, right? So the next phase of that is creating our AI who's responding to these people when they call in the door, right? So if they make an inbound call, then this AI bot will go in and start talking to them and walk them through the next steps. And if they receive a text message from us and they need help by text message, then we've got a customer service bot that will respond to them by text message. So all of these automations are set up, all of these sequences are set up inside of memberships. And this is how we're able to recruit and onboard without having additional expenses of paying staff and admin fees to do it. So this is the next step that we have, step 6 of our 7-step program. And if you don't have anything like this, we're happy to help you build one on your own with your exact sequence that you need, or work with us and we can even build it for you.